Well, like, so I was gonna ask you because I had this written down in like the thing is obviously there was like a lot of like trash talk, and I don't know how many people saw the clips. I wish I could bring one up, but it was just if you missed it, it was essentially people just going, "You're trash, sit down,
Okay.
you can't touch
People,
me."
you're talking about one person specifically. Also, the way you change your voice.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to, I mean, I got to stay impartial here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Slightly.
Do you though?
It was
Come on.
basically a lot of agent gaming. Let's just say that agent gaming, but also XZ and
Canada was talking. Canada was talking a lot as well. Canada, when Dig was still, involved, Canada was talking quite a bit, specifically to Thomas as well, which I actually like that a lot because again, they have like some
storyline,
history. Yeah, like that's cool to me. But in terms of like some of the trash talking, yeah, like it was. I don't want to say it was getting intense because I thought personally, from my POV, I thought some of it was quite light. It's like, yeah, like we just won, so we're screaming "F you," blah blah blah. I like the obviously Peterbot was going at Clicks a lot. Obviously, Clicks wasn't playing for Exit, but Clicks is like co-owner of Exit, all of that. He was there sort of as their content creator rep or whatever, and like Peter was doing a lot of talking to Clicks. And I believe they had given them a warning, right? Like the admins at the tournament had actually warned these guys and told them, "Hey, like none of that."
So they allowed them to go through the first day without much, and then the second day as well. And then on the third day, we were watching. I was like, "Oh, why isn't Peterbot calling people R words and like everything else?" We're like, "Why is he going crazy right now?" And then like apparently, so this was actually a rule that was also before at the initial Gamers 8 tournament back in the zero builds. Is like if you talk shit about the admins. Which is why we'll talk about some of the tweets people made as well. If you talk shit about the admins, if you talk shit about the tournament, if you talk shit about your other opponents, if you swear or like do other toxic stuff to your opponents, you will get a prize reduction, essentially. So like you will lose a percentage of your prize pool. And then back in Gamers 8, it was like it starts first in faction was like 5% of your prize pool, and then like 10%, and then like 25%, and then like disqualification after that. So essentially, they were threatened with the prospect of their prize pool being removed if they continued shit talking. Which, on one hand, personal insults, like talking about how people look and all that stuff, okay, maybe a little bit too far. But like screaming across the room, you're dog shit, you're ass, fuck you, Clicks. Like you multi-million, you bought this team and you're losing. Like that's great. Like I love that. I think that's an essential part of LAN. And like if you've never been to a LAN before, you don't. The energy in a LAN like that is awesome. Like it's so fun to be there and to be involved in people screaming because like it's fun. It's competition. Twitter only gets so far. So.
Yeah, I think like I think the one part of that was where I think you nailed on the head the difference between shit talking someone, being like "fuck you, you fucking suck," and moving on to like, "Hey," like there was like in those big rants, there were so many of the Asian people would be like, "Fuck you, Muzz, you fat piece of shit." Like, like that.
Shout out to Muzz, bro. Friend of the show. We love you,
Muzz. Chat, by the way, as well.
Muzz one of my favorite players, man. I'm like, that's not good shit talk. Yeah, it's just now you're just like cringe as fuck as well. Like there's make it good shit talk at the same time. Like a lot of it was, but then a lot of them ended up being on like the personal side of things where I sit and I go like, you're not in good. This isn't in good. What's the word? In good spirits anymore. In a sense.
In good
faith. This is just
Yeah.
cheap and shit, basically. So
Canada had good shit talk. Canada's like, I'm dropping 30 on your ass. Fuck you, Thomas. Like,
you can't handle me here. You can't handle me in Copenhagen. You can't handle me anywhere. Like that's me.
That's good. See, that's fine.
When I saw that clip, I put my hands up. I said, Thomas, you might be right, bro. Maybe you can't handle him. I was like, oh shit. Like that is like good. Like I think like that is fine. That is like spirit of competition. It 100%. Creates rivalries because now next time we see Thomas HD come up against Canada, it means just that bit more. Like there's more depth to it. There's more layers to it. Even on the reverse side of things, when we had people shit talking, then they lost. Like I remember there was like I think somebody
like Canada, mate.
But I think there was like there was a clip of Peter where someone had like put it together where like they put him shit talking. Then after they had lost, he was just quiet.
It was Canada. That was the
Canada. And I'm like,
heroic. That tweeted that. I believe. Yeah.
I'm like, that is what. Chef's kiss. That is perfect. Like yes, thank you. Now you're quiet. It's like I think it's fine. I think the problem then becomes like how are we policing it, and if the line is okay, things just aren't. We can't talk about things that are personal. Then I think maybe that's a good place to start.
Yeah.
I think but I don't think suppressing it, is a good solution. I think we should allow people to be able to express themselves. But again, just making sure we're staying on a certain line of like, is this a personal attack that is, unfounded or whatever, or is this like about what just happened and what you just did? Like, there's a big difference.
It's also in its infancy, right? Like you need to create those storylines. Like you notice very quickly the shift in like the viewership dynamic, at least for my stream. Like when we were watching it, like people day one was like, okay, what is this? Like it's kind of boring. But then like day number 2, day number 3 was like, fuck you, NA, fuck you, X. Like, it was great. Like people were getting into it, and I think like ESL did a great job. Like the whole org aspect of it no longer became, oh my god, it's Taysom versus Malibu. It's like, okay, it is Falcons versus Casey, it's versus Exa, it's versus A's. Like the rivalry's it's already started. Like, and then watching like other tournaments after the fact, I was like, man, this shit's boring, man. Like, give me some more of that ESL stuff. Like, this was great. Like, people love it.
Rivalry. You need rivalry.
Rivalry is good. Everyone needs rivalry for sure.
All right. If you enjoyed that was actually part of a full podcast. You can click right here, right there. You can watch it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you don't watch this, I might fight you.